All right. Choo Choo, what's good?
Yo, what's up, man?
Thanks for
What's going
coming.
on? Yo, it's an honor to be here, man. Straight
Bet.
up.
So let's just start from the beginning. So you're from Pompano Beach, Florida.
I'm out to know you.
Can you describe growing up in Pompano Beach?
Yeah, Pompano, it's a fast-paced neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? At a young age, you start getting all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? If the mother or father ain't around, you're getting some activity, that'll make you a man at an early age. Yeah,
In an article I read that you were quoted and you said Pompano Beach has a good side and a bad side.
yeah.
Can you describe what you mean by that specifically?
Pompano Beach, Pompano Beach. The beach is the good side, and the hood is the hood is where you wreck shop.
Yeah. So the beach has got like the nice
The beach,
hotels.
the beach is where the nice hotels at. You know what I'm saying? All the nice cars and fancy things. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to the hood, it's less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good in the hood, though.
So what was your childhood like?
Man, my childhood was like any other childhood coming out the hood. We ain't have much. We grew up on food stamps, public housing. You know what I'm saying? But we made the best of it. When Christmas came around, you know what I'm saying, Mama tried to do what she had to do, you know what I'm saying, to provide for her youngest. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely rough, you know.
And what
But
about school?
on school, I was good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want no dumb young person coming up. I did what I wanted to do because I wanted to experience things. But school, I always paid attention. I always wanted to learn to see what was new out there for me. You know.
Yeah,
So,
in a previous interview, I heard you say that you stayed in school.
oh yeah. And that's what I teach others as well. You know what I'm saying? I let them know, man. School is paramount. You got to learn something. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here and just bird brain. You got to learn something.
Of course.
Right.
Was there ever pressure on you? Do you think to drop out, to not finish, or was that always something that?
To be honest, I felt that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't, it wasn't. I ain't have decent clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna go to school and people laugh at me and stuff like that. So that was the time. I wanted to drop out, but I had to keep it going. This is something I wanted for myself. You know what I'm saying? My father wasn't even around like that. Yeah.
So what was your family life like?
We got a small family. My mom she was a single mom, but she was always moving around. You know what I'm saying? She was moving in Orlando. She was trying to get herself stable. So in the midst of it, we were struggling. So my oldest sister, she came in the picture and was like, "Little bro, I got you." You know what I'm saying? So she became a mother figure at a young age for me, just for me. So it wasn't always good, but I mean, you got to take the good with the bad and just live life.
So growing up, you lived with your older sister.
Yeah.
You weren't really living with your parents.
Nah, I until I turned 13. After 13, I would live with my sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so after high school, what comes next?
High school, I started my own family. I was I had my first baby at 19. I got my first apartment, and I was just in the streets, doing illegal activity just to keep food on the table. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bit rough for me. Everything wasn't guaranteed if I was gonna pay that rent or not. But I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And He always prepared that for me. He always made sure we had.
Yeah. And now, I mean, you said that you value going to school and education a lot. Did you ever think about going to college after high school?
I went.
Yeah.
I went to Florida Memorial, but like I said, I started me a family. So it kind of like, it's either, okay, is I'm going to provide for the family or am I going to go to school? So that's what made me drop out of college, but I commend anybody to go to college, even though I dropped out, at least I got my diploma. I can get me a good job when it worse kind of worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what drew you to music?
I was doing music at 13. My mama, she used to be around the highs and just singing her own. When the song come on, she'll put her own words in it. This what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? She liked the tune to it, but she always used to put her words in it. You know, I liked that. So, you know, I wanted everybody to hear what I had to say. So that's why I started doing music.
So you started rapping at 13?
Yeah, I started rapping at 12. But, you know, I got it going at 13. Got my rhythm right. Had to get my swagger up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, was it more of a hobby, or did you always think you wanted to
It
make
was a hobby.
Yeah.
It was a hobby. It wasn't nothing that I thought I was going to make it big or make millions off of it. It was just something I wanted to do. That's how I had got the name. Well, that's how my rapping name became Choo Choo. My nickname was already Choo Choo, but I just started doing music. So I ain't never thought of a rap name or nothing like that.
So how'd you get the nickname Choo Choo?
My sister's auntie on her father's side, I was a newborn baby, and she just named me that, Choo Choo. That's what it was.
And some of that music you were hearing at that early age when you first started rapping, like what was some of that music, and what were some of your inspirations?
Shit, it was Tupac. My mama was a crazy fan of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? It was Trick at the time, Trick Daddy. Mm-hmm. He out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? And he was just basically, you know, reaching every topic of what was going on in South Florida. So I was a big fan of Trick at that time. Book of Thugs, and you know, he had a little album cover with the food stamps, standing in front of it. You know what I'm saying? And I can relate to that because that's what we grew up off of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, what's the music scene in Florida like from your perspective?
The music scene right now is you know, it's basically what I just been talking about, like everything we done been through and stuff like that though. You got the big rims, and you got the palm trees and big dread and all that though. You looking at me. You know what I'm saying? This the music scene right here. You know, this is what you'll get out of Florida.
So you think the Florida music scene helped shape you as a musician?
Yeah, it did. It did. Everything I went through and going through right now, it's molding me, you know.
And Pompano is Broward County,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So is there a difference between the Broward County and the Miami proper, like Dade County?
Nah, it ain't too much of a difference. You know, everything they going through over there, we going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a 20-minute difference. That's the only difference about it. 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
in another interview talking about the Florida scene, you said in Florida we ain't friendly.
Yeah.
So what did you mean when you said that?
When I said that, when I say we ain't friendly, I mean we ain't antisocial. I mean we antisocial. It's hard for us to just be like, hey, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Because of so much what we've been through. It ain't that, you know, we try to be like that. It's just we don't know what you up to. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard for us to communicate with other people like that though.
You mean like in the hip hop scene specifically?
In the hip hop scene, anywhere. On the street, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what you're capable of. So we just rather not fuck with you.
So you don't really see Florida cats like propping each other up too much?
Nah, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? With where you got Atlanta like, man, come on, get on board, get on this show. But in Florida, it's just our upbringing. It kind of like separate us.
You think that's ultimately a good thing or a bad thing?
Nah, it's a bad thing. Ain't nothing good about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe power. I believe in linking up. You know what I'm saying? The more unity, the more power. So I believe in that.